Hey, Beyonce girl, listen, you got me up in here. I'm just chilling or whatever. You know, it's been a minute since we talked, okay? But let me just put this out here, bitch. Um, you're not fooling me, okay? You may be fooling everybody else or whatever, but you know, the real ones, we understand that some shit is brewing, okay? I don't give a fuck what nobody say, girl. I don't give a fuck what you say. You posting all these pictures and all this shit. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You traveling here, you traveling there, bitch. It is a pandemic, bitch. COVID is still here. Which shot did you get? You Moderna or Pfizer? Bitch, please say Pfizer, because that's the one I get. But anyway, I see that basically you got something up your sleeve, okay, bitch? And I feel like you about to take our money, you know, because every time I see a picture lately, it just tells me that, bitch, you're broke as shit and you need to start saving up so I can take the rest of it. I'm going to be ready. I'm just putting this out there. Bitch, be ready. Don't get used to this, okay? Anyway. Anyway, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Don't even worry about it. Don't get used to this, okay? Listen, I just got some free time because I'm not on the desk yet. I'm on the desk in an hour, so I said, Ashley, go ahead and get this done, okay? You know, y'all like this new location. I don't know. Maybe I might just, no, I'm not. Let me stop putting that out there. But anyway, I hope everybody has been doing well. I just hate the fact that the weather is doing a lot right about now. Some of y'all got snow. Some of y'all got snow yesterday, and I don't understand it. They were saying that we were supposed to get some snow yesterday, but thank God we didn't get no snow, and it's looking dreary outside right now, but it's okay. But anyway, I feel like this is what it is. I'm gonna have to liven it up a little bit because we got hit with a lot of heavy topics, okay, unfortunately. First of all, shout out to Candy from Sweet Edition TV. Okay, y'all remember Candy? Y'all know Candy. That's my girl. You know, her and her husband, they just had their baby yesterday, baby boy. You know, so congratulations to the bundle of joy that you guys got together. You know, that is a wonderful thing. You know, it's so great to find something beautiful to talk about in the midst of all this chaos and mess that we got going on in this world. And a baby is definitely a blessing. So congratulations to Candy. The thing that we all looking for and trying to talk about that's been on the tip of everybody's tongue since yesterday is the verdict that came back on the Derek Chauvin's case. Okay, if you've been living under a rock for the past year or so, for the past year or so. No, almost a year. And you don't know anything about George Floyd and you don't know anything about Derek Chauvin, shame on you. I don't know where you've been, but basically this is the police officer that initially that we thought was 8 minutes and 46 seconds, you know, put his knee into George Floyd, a black man's neck as he was screaming that he could not breathe and hollering for his mother or whatever. And, you know, initially went on ahead and killed this man because of doing so, you know, cutting off his air supply. Come to find out, it was longer than 9 minutes, actually, that he was on his neck. And the trial had went on, and it was just, the defense lawyer, I just knew not to watch this shit. And I call it shit because the defense lawyer was doing the fucking most, okay? All I was seeing though was so many people for the prosecutor coming in. Like once I started seeing like cops and chiefs and stuff like that coming in saying, oh, this was wrong what he did, he didn't do it the right way, he wasn't supposed to put this out, or he wasn't supposed to make this move or whatever, that's against policy and all this stuff, I knew right then that we had a stronger case, okay? We had a case of, it's a possibility that it can go in our favor. I wasn't certain, but I was like, it's a possibility that we might just see the end of this in a positive light. I just had a slight glimmer of hope, very slight, because we've seen things like this happen where police brutality cases get caught on video and nothing comes of it, okay? One of the main travesties that happened when it comes to this is the whole Trayvon Martin case, okay? And I feel the reason why that went the way that it went was because we didn't have visual evidence, okay? We had small parts of audio or whatever, but we didn't have visual evidence, okay? And so because of that, it was the defense lawyer was able to put in reasonable doubt, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, put the doubt out there to the jury. And that's what defense supposed to do. They're supposed to put the doubt out there into the jury's mind to make them think like, maybe this could possibly happen, or maybe it did. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what wound up happening with Trayvon Martin. Then we get the Mike Brown, and then we get you know, a different other cases, Tamir Rice and Philando Castile and all these other cases that, you know, were caught on tape or, you know, were mentioned, and we saw the aftermath, and nothing came about it. Nothing came about it. And then we get this case. Unfortunately, another black man died, well, was murdered by the cop, and we was all just waiting. Yesterday, I was in the car with my mother. You know, she wanted me to go with her to take my sister to go get vaccinated. Bitch, I'm gonna talk about that shit in a second, okay? Pause. You dumb bitches. You dumb bitches are listening to motherfuckers that are on social media who got their degree from social media, okay? You dumb bitches. And I understand to those that have a little apprehension and don't want to get the vaccine and stuff like that or whatever. But what I'm not here for people that's spreading false information, okay? I'm not here for that, all right? And then you got this dumb bitch that's on Twitter that a lot of y'all follow, okay? She's called Hood Healer or something. I've seen some of her tweets, and I'm like, she has a religious following, and she's dumb as shit. The stuff just don't make sense. This bitch talking about some motherfuckers going, not getting periods and having miscarriages and stuff like that because they're by people that were vaccinated. And I'm sitting here like, well, damn, bitch, if it's the people you said, you know, this is happening to people that were by people who were vaccinated, what's happening to the people and the women that, you know, are vaccinated? Let me tell you this. I've been vaccinated for a minute now, okay? Fully. And my cycle and all that shit, regular, okay? Motherfucking regular, bitch. You know, stop that bullshit. Stop listening to these social media fucking university people, okay? If it ain't your doctor, if it ain't the higher ups and the scientists or whatever, yes, I understand information we not supposed to, we can't go into stuff so blindly, putting our faith and hope in everything, and that's why you have to research for yourself, okay? And you have to research to the point that you have to understand that there will be some false information put out there made to look as fact. All you have to do is use your fucking common sense and stop being ignorant, okay? Stop trying to deter people from doing what they want to do. Ain't nobody telling you, bitch, go ahead and get the fucking vaccine and all this shit. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But don't be out here spreading fucking false information. Fucking Carrie Hilson. Bitch, I just got on your ass last week and I was giving you props and shit. You know, I was saying you pretty or whatever, and I would be on your fucking girl, let me snatch that back, okay? Because you do a lot. You do a lot, bitch. You's a hotep ass bitch, and I don't like it, okay? You spill conspiracy theories and shit like that, and I don't like bitches that do shit like that, okay? I really fucking don't, all right? And if you one of them bitches that actually believe that shit about the vaccines and, you know, losing your period and miscarriages and this and that, and girl, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut it the fuck up, okay? All the way, bitch. Y'all dumb. Y'all really fucking dumb. But anyway, okay, so I'm back. I just had to get that out before I forget because it was just on my mind. I was like, y'all are dumb. Now, I did see something about, you know, it could cause herpes or some shit like that, but I don't know what the fuck that's about, okay? I have to look into that myself before I report on it. Because just in case you guys don't know, a lot of people are already born with herpes, okay? And there are a couple of types of herpes. We're not talking about the sexually transmitted herpes, okay? We're talking about herpes that come in from a cold sores, okay? You get the little cold sore on your lip or whatever, that's a herpes, okay? That's what they're called. I just want to let y'all know because some of y'all don't, okay? Some of y'all don't. Anyway, moving back to what we were talking about, girl, before we so rudely interrupted by my rant, I was in the car with my mom, you know, and before I got picked up by her, the news came out, and I had seen it on Twitter right when they said that a verdict was reached, okay? A verdict was reached in this case for Derek Chauvin, you know, and they would be, first of all, I was listening to closing arguments and all that shit, whatever. That's when I actually tuned in. And then when they was about to deliberate for have the jury deliberate, the instructions that the judge was reading off, I was like, God damn, this is a lot. Kim, you just tell them, listen to the facts of the case and come back with your opinions. That's all I wanted them to say. Okay, that's all that I really want them to say. That's all we needed to say, you know. And so we in the car, you know, and I think that happened around 3:30 when I got the news that a verdict had came in. And so my mom came pick me up, and we wound up going. It was like, where we needed to go was like 40 minutes away or something like that, because they said that the verdict would be coming within the next couple of hours, maybe between 4 or an hour or so, 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish, you know. And so I was like, okay, fine. We in the car, and we just so happened to turn to a news radio station that was actually playing the live feed of the verdict when it came in, okay? And so we just pulled up into the place where my sister was supposed to get vaccinated, and they was like, okay, we're the jury, blah, 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 and the title count of count 1 of unintentional second-degree degree murder, guilty. Third-degree murder, guilty. Second-degree manslaughter, guilty. Guilty on all 3 fucking counts, bitch. The way I never seen my mom react the way that she react, because she keeps stuff in, and she just doesn't look like the type that'll just let stuff get to her, or that she's really interested in a lot of things, even though I know that she is. Baby, we was driving, trying to pull up into the thing, and the glee and the gasps, and she grabbed my arm so fucking hard, bitch. I said, the car swerved a little bit. I said, bitch, girl, put your hand back on the goddamn steering wheel, bitch, okay? You know, I had to tell my mom, like, calm down. But we were all happy. Even my little sister, 17 years old, was like, yes, we in the back. She in the back seat just going off, you know? And so that was a huge relief, and that is exactly what my mom said. My mom said she was sitting there driving that whole time, barely like taking a breath, because she was nervous about what was happening, what was going to happen. And when the verdict came out the way that we wanted it to come out, she could breathe again. And I think that's how the majority of us who was waiting for this felt. We could finally breathe again, you know, because we wanted it to go this way. And it's not that we're joyous in a joyous mood because of this. We're more so relieved because George Floyd is still not here. Unfortunately, there's nothing, no jury conviction, no guilty, no not guilty, that's gonna bring him back. And that's unfortunate. I think the majority of us are just relieved that finally, at least we got one in something that went so huge. I know we got the one with the Amber Geiger who did the Bahine Jean, both of them Jean, you know, and she trying to appeal her case. She trying to appeal her sentence. I think they gave her 10 years and she trying to appeal that, you know, after that boy got up there and hugged your ass. Bitch, girl, sit your ass in there and fucking rot for the next 10 years. Anyway, you know, that wound up happening, and it's just so unfortunate. I saw the video of the some of the family, and I have mixed feelings about that, because I know I wouldn't have filmed myself. But maybe people deal with things in different type of ways, so I'm not going to judge the family because I don't know who ideal it was to film them in their home as they was listening to the verdict. But it was joy on them, and I feel so bad and happy for the family at the same time, because they still got to go through this at the end of the day. And right when we dealing with that, going off of that and being elated by that, right in the midst of us being relieved about the George Floyd justice, if you want to call it that, or somewhat, you know, justice, or no, accountability. There we go. Here comes news about a 15, like some people say it was 15, some people say she was 16, Makaya Bryant in Columbus, Ohio. 15 and 16 years old, who got shot 4 times by a cop. Now, allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but allegedly she called the cops because she was getting beat up or jumped or whatever by a group of girls, okay? And on the video that they released from the body cam of the officer that actually shot her, he got out the car. He pulls up, he gets out the car, and pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop, yeah, that was 4 shots, okay? Right in her middle, right in her midsection. That's where your internal organs at, you know what I'm saying? So it don't take much, you know? And all you gotta do is have that bullets and just travel and just do all fucking damage. And it just made me mad. It just made me mad. She did have a knife. And when you look at the video, you know, you can tell she was going after one of the girls after they came after her, okay? She was defending herself. So, in one hand, I understand how, you know, oh, she got a weapon. You know, maybe that's what he was thinking. She got a weapon, and they want to put out there, or the chief or the mayor or whoever came out there in the press conference, like, well, basically, he shot her because, you know, she was a threat to the other girls. She was a threat to the other girls, not realizing that the girls were the ones that were threatening her, and they were the reason why she had to go get a knife to protect herself in the first place, okay? But that's neither here nor there in this situation, because even if she did have a knife, and of course they're probably going to use that as justification, you know, you got a knife in front of the police. The girl wasn't coming towards the police. She was not coming towards the police with the knife. And what made it even worse for me is the simple fact that he got out the car, and it wasn't even, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Stop, stop, stop. The police, put your weapon down. Put your weapon down. Or going over there trying to de-escalate the thing. Automatically, not even 30 seconds after he got out the car. I don't even think it was a good 15 seconds, because the video that I saw, it wasn't long. It wasn't a 30-second clip. Pop, 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 pop. Hit her 4 times, okay? 4 times, and to see her body go back the way that it did, it was just disgusting. I said, what happened to the warnings? What happened to the put your weapon down, put your hands up? What happened to running over there trying to de-escalate it? What happened to pulling out a taser? And what about the fucking adults that was around that didn't do anything and just let this happen? Granted, she had a knife, and yeah, you probably could have got nicked or whatever, but somebody could have came in and tried to pull the other girls away. But y'all didn't. Y'all standing around watching. You was watching well enough for them to be able to call the cops. You could have been stopped it, to be quite honest. And see, that's what I don't like. I don't like everybody got to take accountability up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. 16 years old, 15 years old, beautiful soul, just gone. A child gone. And then we got to hear about the one, and this happened right on the day when we get this good news about George Floyd, killer coming to justice or whatever, and then we get this. And then earlier this week, they released the dash cam, the body cam footage of Adam Toledo out here in Chicago, 13-year-old boy, Hispanic boy, and you know, he was out here, I think it happened March 29th. And I remember, I saw it, and I didn't report on it when it first happened because I was waiting for the video footage, because they were saying a whole bunch of stuff and I couldn't get what exactly happened. So this boy is out 2 o'clock in the morning. That alarmed me. Why is a 13-year-old boy, granted, I understand we're doing virtual learning, they're not really in school, all the kids are not really in physical school these days, you know, they're doing the virtual learning, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you are walking the street with a 21-year-old man, okay? What are you doing outside at 2 o'clock in the morning, and where the fuck are your parents at? Where's your mother? Where's your father, if you have one? If he's in the picture, I should say. Where are they? Why are they allowing you to be out at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning? I don't care what fucking day it is, if it's a weekday or a weekend. Why are you out at 2 o'clock in the morning and then you 13 years old? Okay, that's one, you know. And then what wound up happening is, you know, they were saying that he had a gun, and the false reports was coming out, and I think either the lawyer for them, the prosecutor for the defendants or whatever, the cops and all that stuff, was trying to say that he pulled the gun out on the cops or whatever, and that's why he got shot in the chest. Where the body cam shows he did have a gun, because they had a different angle on another surveillance. It wasn't his gun. Okay, the man that he was with, the 21-year-old, because technically, legally, he's a man, he's an adult. Okay, he gave his gun to Adam. He was running in the alley to get rid of the gun. Okay, that's what it seemed like. And he did dish the gun. So when the cop finally told him to stop, and he stopped, he told him to put his hands up. It wasn't even half a fucking second before he can get his hands fully up. He put his hands up. It was half a second. He shot him in the chest. When his hands up, there is absolutely nothing in his hands. There is nothing around him because he had already dished the gun. And there was a video or whatever they said that shows that he dished the gun. I'll give you that. But in this particular moment, there was no reason for you to pull your trigger. You could not wait. You could not wait. It went so fast. Put your hands up. He did like this. There you go. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my God. And to watch this video and to see this boy's life go out of his body, to see him laying there gasping for air, terrible. Just terrible. Just fucking terrible. And gonna ask him, hey, bud, you okay? You okay? Hang in there. No, bitch, you just shot me in my motherfucking chest. I'm not okay. I can't breathe, bitch. Girl, and then Lori Lightfoot, our mayor, I don't feel like she's getting elected again. That bitch so pro-cop, it don't make no sense. She was one of those Democrats. She's damn near conservative, but she's hiding behind a Democrat. You're running on a Democrat ticket. And that's why mostly people voted for her, because, you know, she's the first black woman mayor, you know, first lesbian or whatever, LGBT. You got all that on your side, but then you're very much pro-cop and, you know, just very suspect, okay? You just, I don't fuck with her. Like, she just, y'all can have a. And then another case out here in Chicago, a 7-year-old girl was shot in a parking, in a drive-thru of a McDonald's on the west side, bitch. That's why I don't fuck with the west side. Okay, I'm on the west side right now, but this ain't the west side that I'm talking about. This ain't the gritty west side, all right? I'm just saying. But her father, 29 years old, they pulled up in the drive-thru at a McDonald's. Next thing you know, some employees said they saw 2 men get out of a vehicle and just start shooting. Pop, 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 pop. It was like over 40 shots went into that car. 6 of those bullets went into that baby girl, 7 years old. 1 shot went up into the dad's torso. So he's in critical condition at the hospital. She's dead. While we out here fighting for police to respect us and to stop killing us, we gotta stop killing ourselves. And people just gotta stop killing people. I ain't gonna say stop killing it. I ain't gonna put a race on there. People just gotta stop killing people. For fucking what? Because not only do we got that, we got the FedEx shooting that happened out there in Indiana where 8 people got killed. Okay, by some, I think he was a former goddamn employee. We got somebody in a grocery store out there in Long Island, New York, that got shot up 3 people. Like, it's all these major shootings just happen back to back, back to back, back to back. And it's disheartening and it's scary. Like, the first half of this goddamn video is talking about all the messed up stuff that's going on in this world. And it's just crazy. A former police detective who is a black man, you know, he killed 3 people Sunday afternoon in Austin, Texas. Okay, and he's still on the loose. You know, I haven't heard no update about those 3 adults. 2 of them Hispanic women, 1 is a black man, and I think he knows all of them. So he's targeting people that he knows. Okay, it's not random folks; it's people that he knows, and it's just ridiculous. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Okay, then you get a 20-year-old DeAndre, I don't know his last name, walking in a neighborhood, and he can't even walk down the fucking street because he's black. Without this white man coming out, Jonathan Pentland coming out, and his wife, and people just recording him, telling him to get the fuck up off the street and all this stuff and doing all this shit. And the same fucking video of you being racist towards him, this what is him, a soldier, you know, you up here doing all this, and you got your wife or whoever recording. So now, therefore, your recording has got you fucking arrested, got you fucking charged with fucking assault, you dumb bitch, and got you put on leave or whatever from what you doing, taking your shit away from you. Okay? Did you see that they put a GoFundMe up for them? And then gonna say something, we know what we did was wrong and we're sorry. Shut the fuck up. Okay? That is just woo, it is crazy out here. Do I got anything else that's negative on here like that? Good, no, okay. The world that we live in is just a monster out there, and I just can't believe that this is what we gotta go through. But then again, I can. You know, it is what it is at this point. Child, it's a lot. And then we got to deal with the entertainment side of things. Unfortunately, start that off with the death of Black Rob. I'm not smiling at that. I'm just smiling because I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? We just talked about this man last week. And he passed away literally either the day or a couple of days afterwards. You know, after we talked about him. And we knew that he had health problems. I did not know that he had as many strokes or heart attacks or whatever that he had, or strokes that he had. No, he had like 5 strokes, okay? And I knew that he was going through kidney failure, like he had some rare kidney disease. And he passed away. After we talked about that and that video came out about him, you know, him just explaining some of the things and him being in pain and stuff like that, they had put a GoFundMe up. And the sad part about that, you know, the GoFundMe was to help with his medical bills and to find him a place to stay. He was homeless. And I just wanted to know where his family was, okay? Well, there was nobody to take him in or whatever. I don't understand what was going on. I need some more information on that. And then, of course, everybody is just, everybody upset with Diddy. Somebody just walked past being fucking nosy. But anyway, I know y'all saw that. But anyway, they had the, damn, this shit just threw me off. Diddy put a post up basically talking about, you know, condolences and RIP. He was a good dude. He was his friend and all this stuff. And he's saying that he was going to pay for the funeral or whatever. And basically, you know, people was coming to him and people was trying to be like, why they always going after Diddy or whatever? Because that was his artist. Okay, and not only was his artist, but he made it seem like they were friends. And then it was old videos that surfaced of Black Rob basically saying how Diddy fucked him over and how they snatched the insurance away from him and all this stuff, you know. So it was just a lot. And, you know, he said after he seen those videos, he's finally reached out to him to make things right. It was too late. It was too fucking late, Diddy. Okay? You should have been made things right. You don't wait till a person is on their last to fucking make things right with them. Casey, girl, that bitch be making me irritated. The one that y'all just saw walk past, that was my coworker. She be asking, can you do this? Can you do that? Bitch, get your ass on the computer and do it your damn self. You got a higher position than me. What the fuck? Anyway, and I can do it, but you can't. Girl, let me shut up before she can hit through this door. Moving on from that, yeah, Diddy fucked over a lot of people, and little too late. Little too late. Condolences to Black Rob, another soldier lost in the hip hop world. We losing our people, boy. We losing our people. And then, Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky. Whoa, you know, he just got shot. He got shot on Monday. He was at a bowling alley, I think out there in Florida or whatever, celebrating the release of one of his new singles. What it is, I don't know. Okay, because I ain't even know he was still making individual music, bitch. I ain't never heard it. Okay, I was still waiting for the Pretty Ricky album. You know what I'm saying? But that don't look like it's happening. They was like, basically, he was in the parking lot and some niggas came up there tried to jack him. Okay, him and another friend. And it was like somebody got shot in the shoulder. And, you know, now he's in critical condition. And what y'all don't understand, somebody gets shot in the shoulder, you got arteries and main vessels and stuff up there, okay? And like I said, the bullets can fucking travel. And depending on what type of bullet that shit is, it can do a fucking lot of damage, okay? Some of these bullets be opening up and just doing a whole bunch of shit in the inside of you. So, you know, I hope and pray that everything is okay with him. Bitch, the last time I heard about him, he was in the news because he did some PPE fraud. Remember with the COVID relief fund shit with these fake businesses? Y'all gonna stop that. It's a whole bunch of y'all. I seen the GoFundMe for the girl that put up there, and it's real. You know, a GoFundMe for a PPP that she pulled out for these fake businesses that y'all taking out. Y'all putting out these fake LLCs or whatever. Girl, y'all gonna get caught. Y'all gonna get caught and y'all gonna go to fucking jail, okay? And y'all gonna mess up y'all fucking background and shit, and ain't nobody gonna be able to loan shit to y'all asses because y'all out here committing fraud, all right? You can't get away with shit like that. You can't. Moving on from that, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, just in case anybody wants to know, like I said, something didn't smell right. You know, all of a sudden it comes out that they broken up, and then y'all want to come back out and say, no, we just, you know, fixing some things and, you know, reevaluating. They broke the fuck up. They probably been broke up, okay? That's all that it is, if y'all care to know. That lady can't keep a man, or a man can't keep her to save their life. I don't know which one it is, okay? She been engaged and married a couple times, and girl, it's hard out here. Even if you got money, sometimes money can't buy you love, okay? Money can't buy you love. It just can't. Hazel E. Y'all gonna get enough of going overseas to get these cheap ass surgeries, because either you don't have the funds to get them here and you gotta wait and go through the procedures, the lengthy procedures or whatever process to get it done here in America by a certified doctor, you know, that, you know, you actually did your research in, that did this, but oh, it probably costs too much. Oh, I need this type of insurance, or oh, I need this and I don't have that. But yet I can go overseas to this doctor who don't need all of that, and it's a little bit less, and it's this and that, and woo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get enough of that. Y'all gonna get enough of that, all right? Going over there to Colombia to get your goddamn teeth done. Going over there she went to Turkey to get a mommy makeover, okay? And come to find out, after she got, you know, something happened with her boobs. I guess I don't know if they put some implants in or whatever. Her boobs were leaking. And so basically they had to probably take the implant out and reduce them and reconstruct them. And, you know, she was feeling sick or whatever, and she was about to get ready to go back to the United States, but she couldn't because of it, you know. And it's unfortunate, because you out here, and I understand that we want to make ourselves look and feel better, especially when we go through something. Having a baby is very traumatizing to the body, okay? It's very traumatizing to the body, but, you know, we have to do smarter things, all right? Because you literally went overseas and you risked your life. What if you would have passed away? What if something more severe would have happened that would have ended in death? Okay, you have to think about these things before you go out and do stuff. Plus, you have to do major research. All right, I am so fortunate that my mother works with doctors. Okay, to any doctor. And she works with doctors all over the world, and she can pull their asses up and see what their credentials are, and then you know, if they have malpractices. I told y'all about this before. Malpractice suits to them, and if they got this taken away, and if they got that taken away, if they got their credits for this and all this stuff, whatever. That's how I do my stuff. When I put my surgery in for my gallbladder surgery, whatever, a simple procedure, but I had to look up some stuff. My mama was on it, because she ain't want nothing happen to her baby. Okay, she ain't want nothing happen to her child. You know what I'm saying? And I was so thankful. But y'all have to be more, y'all got to be more careful. And then you got Brandy motherfucking B. Okay, every time I see her, she's talking either to the side like this, and her mouth is like this. I don't know what's going on with that girl. Okay, it's just, and I don't mean to make fun, but I feel like, and this is all seriousness, because she put out a video, and this is the only way that I had found out about it, because the Shade Room had posted her video first, you know, and she looked like she was in a hospital. So come to find out, and she's in there crying and everything, and just being overly dramatic. And I understand that's your friend, and you feel some guilt about what happened, because as she said, she suggested that she go to this doctor over there in Turkey, and it almost cost her life, you know. And so she was feeling bad, and she felt the need to publicly apologize to Hazel, but you already privately apologized to her. I don't know if Hazel had already made it public that she was going out there or whatever, but if you privately apologized to her, why did you need to make this scene and publicly apologize? What? I was so confused, and I just feel like we need to put some healing hands on Brandy B, because I don't know if it ever came out that the girl has some mental issues, but she moves like she got some mental issues, okay? And it's just really concerning to me. It's really concerning to me, and it's no joke, all right? It's really no joke. I don't know what's going on up in that household with her and Max, but it's just, she's so unhinged. And then to know that she cool with fucking Mama Tina. Bitch, when she got on Love and Hip Hop and was like, and I know Beyonce, I said, girl, fuck that. Bitch, we was all like, girl, Beyonce don't know shit about your ass. And then Mama Tina came out, that's my baby girl, right? I said, wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute, bitch. Are you serious? She was like, yes. And Mama Tina be reposting her shit too, and all in her. I said, girl. All right. If Brandy B got a problem, girl, she can be up in that bitch. I can be up in there, and I ain't got issues, okay? I'm quiet as church mouse. Okay, bitch, like, I ain't gotta boast that I know you. Girl, I just want them all to get help. And y'all stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop risking your lives, okay, for some little cheap shit, you know? Moving on from that, Fire Festival, some update on there. They had put out a class action lawsuit against the Fire Festival, most of the people that had went. And so they reached a settlement. It's a $2 million settlement, and like 200 and some ticket holders will all be getting $7,200 each, you know, for the Fire Festival. This is that festival that they lied about and made it seem like all these celebrities was gonna be there. They was gonna have these dome tents or whatever. Everything was just gonna be futuristic, and it was gonna have this and that and all the glams and glitz and everything, and it didn't. The motherfuckers was stranded. The motherfuckers was eating cheese sandwiches, okay? And let me just say something. Don't hate on a cheese sandwich with some mayonnaise, bitch. That was a struggle meal that I used to eat back in the day. And not because I was struggling or whatever. It was just because the shit was there and it was good. Kraft cheese, okay? That processed ass goddamn cheese with some mayonnaise on the goddamn bread, on some white fucking bread. Bitch, fuck out of here, okay? Girl, that's some college shit. That's some dorm like shit, bitch. But it was good. It was good to me. But anyway, somebody in the comments like, girl, the fuck you pregnant? No, I'm just saying it was some good shit. Like, eat some fried bologna sandwiches. Oh, I want a bologna sandwich right now, just thinking about it. Because I'm thinking about what I used to eat, because I haven't had bologna in like years. But eat a fried bologna sandwich with some hot sauce. Girl, a bang out of life, bitch. A bang out of life. Get an egg sandwich, a sausage and egg sandwich with some grape jelly. Girl, yes. Or you put some cheese, what y'all call it, bacon, egg, and cheese out there. Get that too, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. What is some foods that y'all be eating? Y'all little knickknacks and little snacks and shit, little weird combinations that y'all used to eat or y'all still eat now. Put that down in the comment. I like that. Kanye West wanted to be known that, bitch, Kim Kardashian didn't file divorce from him. It was him that filed divorce from her, okay? You know, he just wanted to give her dignity. It was like, you know, she actually tried to do everything that she could to, you know, make this shit work. And truth be told, I trust and believe. I believe it. His narcissistic ass had to come out and say, let me burst y'all bubbles, because he's annoyed that y'all think that she the one that pulled the plug on the goddamn marriage. No, he the one that wanted the fucking out. Girl, I know. We know this. Kanye, with all them tweets. Y'all will never forget that tweet that he put up there and called Kris Jenner Kris Jong-un. And if you know who that is, the Kim Jong-un bitch, the North Korean dictator, that shit was funny. I said, oh, he out. He is out at this point. Daddy ain't took his meds, and he is just saying what exactly on his mind, what has been on his mind. He is out of the family. He is out the wheel. Let him go, okay? So, yes, and if you ever, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that I've been doing. I've been watching the last season, this final season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and it was one particular episode where Kim was on there, literally on the phone, talking to his handlers, okay? Securities and shit, trying to make appointments to see him while he was in Wyoming. I said, bitch, you my man, you my spouse, you the father of my kids. We still together. We supposed to be in this thing like this, bitch, and you like this, okay? And you want me to go through this person and this person and this person just to get to you, to make sure if I can come out there and see you and be by your side? Oh no, No, that would have been it for me right then and there. If I got to do all of that, jump through hurdles to see you, it's over and it's done with. And that's when I knew that what he was saying is correct. I believe it. Kim looked like she was the type that was trying to do what she could to keep it together, but she had to let it go. Congratulations to Janet Hubert. Okay, the original Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. For those that don't know, she is going to be part of the cast of The Last OG on TBS. I actually gotta catch up on the last season. I kind of fell off in the middle of the last season. I don't think the last season was all that good as the first, but I'm going to watch it, catch up on it, and I'm going to watch this new season as well. I actually like the show. I just gotta rewatch it because I don't know if I was really paying attention or not. That's a good thing, you know. She's playing Tracy Morgan's mama's one of her good friends, or frenemies. There you go, frenemies. And you know, so I'm really happy for Janet Hubert having more roles, and people saying this is her first role in a long time since this. Actually, if you've been watching Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry had actually hired her for a role on If Loving You Was Wrong. What was her name? Kelly. Her baby daddy, she played her baby daddy's, the character Kelly's baby's father's mother, okay, on If Loving You Was Wrong. That was probably like maybe 3 years ago. But yeah, he gave her a role. So this ain't the first role that she had in a minute. But yeah, it's good to see her back on TV though. Interesting fact, the members of 3 6 Mafia, and y'all talked about Satan and shit. 3 6 Mafia, 3 6, 666 Mafia, the devil, Mafia. Okay. And they won Oscars, okay? But y'all was mad at Lil Nas X. We're gonna talk about Lil Nas X. Oh, baby. They said that they took drugs every now and then or whatever, but what's his name? Juicy J used to find their asses if they do too much, if they come and let the drugs interfere with their work in the studio. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair because these days, especially in this culture of the hip hop and music, whatever, drugs and alcohol go hand in hand. Drugs, alcohol, and music go hand in hand. And so, you know, we already know that y'all gonna be dipping and dabbling in it anyway. So all I need you to do is do what you're gonna do on the side, but don't come into the studio and be so fucked up that you can't get the work done, or else we gonna take a whole bunch of money out of your paycheck. And one of the members, Country Black, said it actually saved him, you know, by being fined and all that stuff or whatever, so that he won't cross the line, you know. I was like, that's an interesting way to do things, okay? Granted, we will like you not to do all that shit at all, but if you're gonna do it on your own time and don't let it interfere with your work, you know. Speaking of Lil Nas X, he was facing criticism because somebody filmed his mother being out on the street and she was holding up a sign basically asking for money or something like that. And it was like, oh, you know, trying to make him feel bad and down him because y'all don't fucking like him because he's gay. That's all that all the way come back. And he's a troll, and it seems like no matter what you say or do to him, it doesn't get him down. He keeps on rising in popularity or whatever. So, oh, let me film his mom and put it on blast that you got all this success or whatever, but your mom is out here on the corners begging for change and stuff like that. Come to find out, Lil Nas X put out this series of TikTok videos a while ago explaining his situation and, you know, how his mother has a drug addiction or some type of addiction right there. She's an addict. And they put her in help. He as soon as he got enough money he got successful enough to afford rehab. That was one of the first things that he did, was put her in rehab, but she left. And, you know, she wasn't ready for it. And obviously she's not. And then his father had to come out because people was coming at him. You know, and what y'all failed to understand, and I can't understand why y'all failed to understand this, given that we're grown and it's common sense, and we've seen many people that are addicts, whether you know them personally, whether you've seen them on TV, whether you've seen them in the news or whatever. You cannot make a person get help until they want to get help. You can force them to do stuff, but it's not going to stick unless they are willing and waiting and wanting to have this done, okay? And so it's not his fault that his mother is an addict and still out here on the corner, whatever. You don't know what they've been doing. And that's what he has to come out and say. You know, he's been trying to help his mom. That's one of his hurdles. That's one of his low points, that he can't help her the way that she needs to be helped because she don't want to help herself at this point. His father had to come out and say something. Y'all got to stop doing that to people, trying to shame them, okay? Just because you don't like them. Stop trying to shame them and get out of people's business. Because some of y'all dealing with addicts right about now, okay? And y'all, you got a dirty home, but you're trying to call out somebody else's home. Stop that. Condolences goes out to Scotty Pippen, former Bulls player, basketball player. His oldest son, his firstborn actually, Antoine Pippen, passed away recently this week. He was 33 years old, would have been 34 this year. They never said exactly what he passed away from, but Scotty did make mention that he was a long-time sufferer of chronic asthma. So that's crazy. I just pray that the family is okay, you know, keep them in their prayers. Congratulations to Nina Parker. You know, y'all know Nina. Nina goes on E! Network. You know, she be on the E! News Network sometimes, the little gospel shows on there. She used to host the Love and Hip Hop reunions or whatever. She has now come out with a plus size fashion line that's going to be in Macy's. And this is a first for a black girl in a plus size line in Macy's, okay? So congratulations to her. I will be checking it out to see what she giving, probably buy a little bit of accessory, because y'all know I ain't into that girly shit. I ain't into that girly shit or whatever, so, you know, we'll see what it's about. We'll see what it's giving. So congratulations. I love to see us doing real good things, you know? And it's so sad that in 2021, Black people are still doing first this, and we're the first this, and this is the first this. You know, it's crazy, but it is what it is. Bitch, R. Kelly. Some of y'all still on that R. Kelly train. It is what it is. I ain't finna go into it, but remember a couple of his associates got arrested for intimidating witnesses on his behalf? One of them then came out and pled guilty to setting that girl car on fire. Ezriel, you know, Cleary. Remember that she came out probably like a couple of years ago and she took a picture with the burnt down car? Yeah. He pled guilty to setting that bitch, she not a bitch, setting that girl, I'm just so used to saying a word, that's why it came out like that, no offense. Setting that girl car on fire, Michael Williams. And if you didn't know, Ezriel was R. Kelly's ex-girlfriend, and I think she's willing to testify against him. And, you know, it's called witness intimidation. And so he copped a plea to 1 count of arson for destroying the vehicle. You know, fire investigator had found the accelerant at the edge of the property, you know, captured the car leaving, him getting out the car, all that shit. He up there Googling how to fertilizer bombs work. I said, what you was about to do? What you was about to do? I said, you know what? And y'all still don't think R. Kelly guilty? Why are we tampering with witnesses? Why are we trying to intimidate them? Why are we paying off? So this means that motherfucker is not getting out of jail. They moved his case over there to New York. I think it's going to start in August, but he not getting out of jail. He gonna see some jail time, some more jail time. If they don't get him on this sex shit, they getting on him on this tampering with the evidence and intimidating witnesses, because everybody's turning on him at this point. Because you want to know why? The money is running out. Maybe if this was a few years ago, and the fact that they still got him in jail on no bond, he's staying in that bitch. He's staying in that bitch. It's way different from the first time, because the first time he was free to do whatever. All those years that he was out, he was free to do whatever. And then they played it. And this time, we got more witnesses willing to testify than they did in the last case. He's about to be fucked in more ways than one. Demi Lovato, girl, I don't even think I talk about this girl on my channel. And not because I just don't want to. It's just because I just never felt the need to. But she's got an interesting life, okay? You know, she's been a drug addict. I know one of the recent things that she put out on her YouTube little series that she got going. I didn't watch it, but I heard them talking about it, how she suffered a couple of heart attacks and strokes or whatever from overdosing the last time or something like that. I said, damn, doing drugs and shit just really ain't worth it. Y'all are not making it appealing to me at all. I never was a drug user like that. Bitch, yesterday was 420, bitch. I was high as fuck. I got to participate in my first 420. Ooh. Up in that motherfucker like, what? Huh? Come again? Bitch, I was all into it, bitch, okay? It was excellent. It was everything. But, yeah, mama, and she had an eating disorder and all this stuff. And so it was this frozen yogurt place out there in LA. She calling them out, basically talking about some, they are participating in diet culture because they offer, low fat options or sugar-free options and stuff like that. And I have never. Now I understand diet culture or whatever, people doing all these diets or whatever and different fads or whatever. And sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not. You got to find a healthy medium. But I've never heard of somebody being pissed off that a store, a shop, whatever, or anything has a low fat, a low carb, a sugar-free type option, okay? And it's not discrimination. I don't know where she was coming from. And she was like, it's triggering for those that, you have to have more consideration for those who have eating disorder and all that stuff and woo, woo, woo. And the store people had to come out and be like, what did they say? They said some of the items are intended for those who are vegan, that don't eat sugar, that don't eat certain things. Y'all know how these vegan people with celiac disease, people who are diabetic and all this stuff. And see, girl, you turned your white person on. Miss 5% Black, you turned your white people on, your white Karen on. And I just really wasn't here for it, okay? You sound ridiculous. How dare you, with this huge platform that you have, put this company on blast like that to affect their bottom line and to have people looking negatively upon them over some silly shit like this? If you didn't want the low fat option, if you didn't want the low carb option, if you didn't want the zero carb option, then get the fully fat and all that option, because I'm pretty sure they had that there as well. It's no explanation. I know she tried to do a video explaining and all this shit. It's no explanation. You fucked up. You was being a fucking Karen to this store. That's what you was doing, okay? You was crying your white tears and it backfired on your ass. Nobody was on your side with this shit. Wrong is fucking wrong. Sometimes we have to think before we fucking speak. If we don't like something, keep the fuck moving and go to something that you do like. That's what we've been taught, right? That's what you think things should be. Girl, the audacity. Anyway, I don't want to end this. Apparently Lil Wayne and his girlfriend Denise got married. I guess congratulations. And Waka Flocka, you's a dumbass. You's a dummy just like your mama. He got a certificate of achievement or something from Donald Trump and talking about something, thank you, my president, and all this shit. I'm sitting here like, boy, get your wish-washy ass up out of here any fucking way. Y'all, enjoy the rest of y'all week. Hopefully nothing, I'm just so sorry that this had to happen with all of the shit that's been going on. This video was such a heavy video at the beginning, but I had to put out the news. Like, I could not just put this video out and not speak about what's actually going on in our reality. Fuck this entertainment shit, but this is what's actually going on, and we have to talk about the news no matter how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? That's our reality, unfortunately. So I apologize for that, but hopefully next week we got some lighter stuff and we can just have a good time. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy your weekend, and be great. Peace.